What up? It's your boy Ray V. Let's get it.
Sad boy.
Sad boy quote of the day.
F
ain't for fields, it's for
fantasies.
fantasies. So let's get into our deepest fantasies, baby.
I'll give you a third for him, though.
We finna work on your Team Wednesday today. The poor soul has been selected. Hopefully we can get some trades done before the video is live. Let's send these trades, baby. Alright, y'all. Let's get right into it. We are in my one league injury reserve where I got this jersey. Gotta shout out Bijan real quick. Shout out these suckers who paid for this jersey. Thank you very much. Real quick, let's look at that waiver wire. Just went through last night. Glad these guys keeping up on the videos. Gardner Minshew, $10. Two guys were fighting over him. That's what's up, man. Thanks. Hey, shout out y'all. Keeping up with the vids. Gardner Minshew is going to start if Jacoby Brissett is not going to be there. If he's really going to hold out for real. Not saying that Carson Beck will not start at any point of the season. Do not hear what I am not saying. But to start the season at least, they want Gardner Minshew in there because they don't want to throw Carson Beck in when he's not ready and let him get overwhelmed, shoot his confidence down already. That's what I read. But our team that we are going to look at today is right here. Gino is a Raider fan right here, so the Geno hate is warranted. But right here we got a lot of players. So the starting lineup is going to be Jackson Dart, Matthew Stafford, Genty, Brian Robinson, Devontae Smith, Carnell Tate, Harold Fannin Jr., Michael Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Mekhi Lemon, and Max Crosby. His bench is looking like Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, Geno Smith, Mike Washington, Ollie Gordon, Tyler Algier, Kyle Tolliver, Brashard Smith, Damon Claiborne, Sterling Shepard, QJ, Besh, Hollins, McMillan, Surratt, Schultz, Andrews, Bain, Wagner, and Sonny Styles. And he still has Curtis Samuel on his IR. He got Evans on his taxi, Max Clare on his taxi. There are two more guys on his taxi. It's not showing on here. I think on your phone you can look at other people's teams and see like if they're over the roster or whatever. So these 5 guys over the roster limit. Definitely drop Curtis Samuel. Might want to just drop Bobby Wagner. He's not even signed to a team. He's probably still going to be good, but you get defensive players anywhere. You drafted Sonny Styles. You got Bain too. Honestly, you could drop those guys, but if you really want to keep them, you can keep them. Sterling Shepard you could drop. Kyle Tolliver, Brashard Smith you could probably drop too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 guys already. You can knock out 6 guys. You can take out Evans, and you could just move all your rookies over there. So like Mike Washington you could put into your taxi. That'll free up even more spaces. You could throw Mekhi Lemon in there just to make some space for now at least. So then you could still pick up guys off the waivers. Matt Collins you could probably drop too. Mekhi Lemon, Surratt you could throw in here. Sonny Styles or one of these guys you could throw in there. That's 4 already. You're good enough. Damon Claiborne you could throw in there. That gives you hella roster spots. I'm not gonna count how many roster spots, but you have hella roster spots. So we're gonna look at our trends real quick just to see what you should be able to grab. Malik Davis. You should definitely grab Malik Davis. Definitely think he could be the next guy up behind Javonte Williams. They might even 1-2 punch it. Malik Davis has a chance. Jaden Blue they definitely want Jaden Blue, but if he's not growing up, he's not mature enough, he doesn't make his cuts, he doesn't see the holes, you're totally comfortable with going with Malik Davis is what I'm reading. Seth McGowan should be the direct handcuff. Either him or DJ Giddens should be the direct handcuff to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is very valuable, so whoever's right behind him is going to be valuable. You pick up Odell, he's going to make the team. He's going to make the 53. He went to like a wide receiver dinner and he took them all out to his favorite restaurant and stuff. He's making the team. I like Hibner. Hibner's pretty good, but you don't really need all those tight ends. Ryan Flournoy you could pick up. Just talked about him yesterday. Could be good wide receiver 3 and then future wide receiver. Jam Miller's pretty good. Jam Miller could really just make a 3-headed backfield back there in New England. I mean, you could grab like tight ends like Justin Jolie, like these guys, but don't really need them that much. You could always pick up Cole Payton or Tanner McKee. Dark horse benching candidate after this year, maybe even during the season, I'm hearing is Jalen Hurts. So Cole Payton, probably Tanner McKee is the guy. Is who they would rather want to start. But Hurts was going to be benched. That's just what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he's a dark horse candidate to get benched. Malik Benson, I mean, you like Raider guys anyway, so one of those Raider guys has to pop out. He has to show out. I'm sure Deontay Thornton is on here as well. We could look at that after. Tyquan Thornton, you could always pick up. One of these guys is going to show out, especially if Rashee Rice starts off on the pup. I mean, he doesn't do well. He gets put on the exempt list. He gets suspended that way. I don't know, but Tyquan Thornton definitely has a chance. One of those guys is going to have a chance. Justice Hill, direct backup currently to Derrick Henry. Jack Andrews is pretty good, but I do like Eric Allmore in the tight end room for Cincinnati. Greg Dulcich should definitely be rostered by somebody. Somebody pick him up. I definitely think he's going to be good. Jalen Tolbert, just like the Malik Washington argument, any of those guys could be the guy there. I'm hearing a lot about Kobe Young. He's pretty nice. He's just behind Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and probably Ilyasova. For Dynasty future, maybe a year or two, he could definitely do something. Great taxi squad stash. Marlon Klein, I was reading about the Texans and how they wanted to do 12 personnel all last year long, but I forgot his name. One of the guys got hurt preseason, and then Stover ended up getting hurt during the season, so they just didn't have a very good second tight end anymore, so they just abandoned that. That's what I'm hearing. So Marlon Klein could be that second tight end on the field. I don't really want to do this every time, but you know, my boy here, Matty Ice, he definitely needs to fill out his bench with stashes. Taylon Green is probably the guy I would grab, but he definitely already has Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Honestly, I'd probably just drop Dylan Gabriel. Tanner McKee, this guy I was talking about. I don't think there's much else to really hold on here. Maybe Davis Mills, just in case Stroud gets hurt or something. Competent backup. We could swap over here running backs real quick. Justice Hill, Ty Johnson, Jerome Ford. Anybody has a chance to ride the hot hand in Washington, Jerome Ford could be that guy. Rasheen Ali was doing pretty good, and he might just take up the Keaton Mitchell role. But new coaches, new coordinators out there, so maybe they don't even do that. DeMercado, what I've been talking about. So this is a good grab right here. Small JP Ryan, if he's not hurt. I mean, he was really hurting by Chase Brown in the beginning of the year. He's really good in pass protection. They really love him on third down in the hurry up offense. He's just eating into it. He's just getting in the way. It's annoying, but he's there. Austin Eckler, he could sign with a team. I don't know. Might be worth a hold. Malik Davis, like I was saying earlier, McGowan and Giddens, both of them. George Halani, I'm about to try to pick him up in my orphan league. He's getting first team reps right now, but I'm also hearing that Charbonnet made an appearance yesterday, so maybe he's coming back sooner, quicker than projected. Maybe early October instead of mid to late November. That would be something. Mr. ACL guy over here, don't think he's going to return to form at all, anywhere close yet, especially coming back that soon. But is he going to muck up and ruin this backfield? Yes. So Darian Price, you got him. You might want to get rid of him, especially if Charbonnet is ready that quick. He's not going to have as much runway. His leash will be shortened. We will see though. But George Halani, if I pick him up in my orphan league, I might be able to sell him. If he's announced a starting running back, I could just sell him right there. Give me a third. I would probably take a fourth. Give me a fourth. Give me anything. Jerry Jeudy, you can pick him up. Flournoy, you can pick him up. Booty, you can pick him up and hope that he gets traded. If he stays on New England, I would not want him at all. I'm hearing Devon Vele, power slot is what I'm hearing. The Saints have they've been in cap hell for a while already. Didn't have that many picks. They're in a rebuild, and they traded a fourth or a fifth, some day 3 pick for Vele last year. That could signal that they actually wanted him, actually want to use him. And I'm hearing power slot. Power slot's going to be pretty nice in a high tempo offense team that gets 2.2 plays per minute, whatever crazy stat I said the other day. That could be something right there. That's something to watch at least. Slayton could be okay. Malik Neighbors starts on pup. It's anybody can grab it. Mooney, it could be Malachi Fields, it could be Slayton, it could be any of those guys who just step up. OBJ, it could be any of those guys. Rashad Bateman just might be a better NFL wide receiver. He's the wide receiver 2 right now. I'm hearing Jacoby Lane and Elijah Surratt are fighting for that wide receiver 3 spot with Devontae Walker, my bad. Hearing they're fighting over it is what I'm reading from the beat writers, from the coach speak. That is what I'm hearing. Christian Kirk, Kendrick Bourne could be able to give you some flex weeks at times. Marvin Mims Jr. Buy low on this guy. Y'all remember that? Hey man, he could be something. He could be something for real. Royals too, just along with Thornton. Any of those guys could pop out, especially with Rashee Rice gone right now. OTAs, mandatory camp. Somebody's gonna pop out. Either him, Cyrus Allen, Tyquan Thornton, any of those guys. They haven't really invested too much into their wide receiver core as of late. Could be something there. Brandon Thompson, that's my boy. TJ Daniels. There's a lot of guys you could just pick up and hold for depth at least too. Hope that they rise in value and everything, and then you sell them then. And we'll just look at tight ends real quick. Secchi and Parkinson. Terrence Ferguson, I mean, he's a good hold. You got Max Clay already. Comer, Cole Kmet, Dulcich. Definitely should be on somebody's team. Koziel. Nothing really for tight ends. I was already saying all of them already. Besides Koziel. That's what I would do with the waiver wire for you right now. And I already pre-made these trades. 2 of them got declined already. And Nitsi right here, he's going to send away Rico Dowdle, Rashad White, and Matty Ice was going to give him a 2027 second. Dalton Schultz. These guys all be saying Matty Ice team sucks. He's going to get the first overall pick, maybe second overall pick. Hey, he's putting his money where his mouth is. You think this is going to be an early pick? He'll give you this early pick. That's cool. He'll give up his second for sure. Nitsi, just like in that other league, he has a lot of running backs. So these are his running backs that are on his bench. Definitely his flex guys. So I thought this would be a good deal. Dalton Schultz was really because he has Tucker Kraft, just in case Tucker Kraft starts the year off slow. Buffalo and all that stuff. I guess he didn't like it. And this other one was, yeah, you think his first is going to be so bad, so early. This is the 101 guaranteed. So I was trying to trade it for his early first, Dalton Schultz and Geno Smith, because Nitty doesn't have a third quarterback right now, and we're a 2 QB league. Fernando Mendoza, you know, maybe during the middle of the year he could start something. Maybe, I don't know. But, you know, giving him Geno Smith, who is probably going to start all year long. So he would send away Brandon Ayuk, Rico Dowdle, Rashad White, and Fernando Mendoza. Well, that one was a little, you know, how early you think this first is going to be, you know. Ayuk, definitely think he's going to go to the Commanders. He's spazzing out right now. He's airing it all out. But I did see that the Niners could literally just hold him for like 3 years and just void all his money, and that reserve spot doesn't take up a roster spot, I believe. So they could literally hold him out for the rest of his contract and just really like do it to him, you know what I mean? Really spite him if they really want to. Just throwing him in there, yeah, but he could be just a dead asset for 2-3 years if they decide to do that. It's all in the gamble. So those were those two. And then, and this one was also with Nitty right here. So just a second and a third, Rico Dowdle and Rashad White. Nothing crazy. Straight up what it is. My boy Matty Ice needs some more running backs. Needs a running mate alongside Ashton Genty. Oh shoot. I'll go over his team in the final review. I totally forgot to go over his picks and everything at the end. So Matty Ice right here, trading with Jason. A second and a fourth. And I put that fourth in 2029 because I feel like a second was enough, but I'll give you a little something extra, Jason. Tony Pollard and Keaton Mitchell. Jason's trying to go into a rebuild, trying to stack more picks up for next year. Definitely not worth a first, Tony Pollard and Keaton Mitchell, so I definitely thought a second would be good. Tony Pollard, definitely think he's going to score more points and be good this year. Yeah, definitely perfect fit for a team like Matty Ice. Keaton Mitchell could be something very speculative. We don't really know how it's going to roll out, so I thought it would be, Tony Pollard worth like a back end second, worth like a late second, maybe a high third in my opinion. I don't think he's like a mid second, early second, not at all. Thought Keaton Mitchell would definitely make up for an early second for sure, but a mid second fair. That's why I threw in that 2029 fourth, so I thought that was good. No replies yet. Matty Ice with number one GOAT. Straight up second round pick for Javonte Williams. Is Javonte warranting a first? Maybe a back end first, but we're all expecting this. Everybody's expecting this to be him to be in the early slot, right? So this is an early second. That's basically a first. That's basically a late first, right? Right? You know what I mean? Nothing on that yet. These were 18 hours ago. Maybe they just hate me. Maybe they hate him. I don't know. I sent another one right here. Third, fourth. Ramondre Stevenson. Give me a 2029 fourth back. I think Ramondre Stevenson worth like a third. Gave a little extra with the fourth. Now Matty Ice has to wait 2 extra years to get that fourth back. Is basically was my thought process. But these are just structures of a deal. Y'all want to work out the thirds and fourths? Please do. I want to see everyone thrive. And so this one, little in over my head on this one. But if this is an early 2027 first, this should also be an early 2028 first. 2 early first right here for Jahmyr Gibbs. JT has Jahmyr Gibbs on the trading block as well. So hey, shoot your shot. Shoot. You guys want to work it out and throw in some extra picks or something? That's fine with me. But structure of a deal. That is what I thought could work for him. He'd send like a second straight up for Montgomery or something. Like Chase Brown, and I think he has Williams and stuff. I would not send a first, but he's definitely not going to take a second, especially if this is an early first. Definitely not going to take that. Go back to his team real quick, review it. Let me go through his picks real quick. He has an extra first in 2027, extra third, and an extra fourth. And in 2028, he has an extra second, extra third, extra fourth, and then all his 2029 picks. So he's pretty set up, has numerous picks in his arsenal to do something. I really think he can just play this year. I think Jackson Dart's going to take a step up. Matt Stafford have another MVP season, MVP-like season. Come on. Ashton Genty is going to be good. Brian Robinson definitely needs an upgrade right here. That's why I'm trying to get you a second running back. Devontae Smith, Carnell Tate, Michael Wilson, and Jacoby Myers should all be good to just play throughout the season. I mean, you could play Mekhi Lemon maybe, but you probably just leave him on your taxi and let him just sit and marinate right there, get better. You got Harold Fannin, really good tight end. Max Crosby should be really good still. Maybe Claiborne comes to fruition and he's good, becomes the 2-back. Maybe he fights over Aaron Jones. Maybe he fights over Jordan Mason. He could be someone and he could produce points, RB2, flex points, and you could throw him in there instead of Brian Robinson, instead of hoping for a touchdown. QJ or McMillan you could play instead of Mekhi Lemon, at least to start the season. Even like Dalton Schultz or Mark Andrews should give you enough points to throw in the flex for your third flex, so that should be fine. But your picks, you could do something with them. You could really do something with them. You could really push for right now. But if you really don't care, you want to take a tank, you want to get Jeremiah Smith, you want to get some quarterbacks next year, that's fine too. It's really easy to work on. You just get rid of Stafford right here. You'll probably wiggle a first out of him now. You just signed that 2-year extension. extension, 2 more years. He was just an MVP last year. You definitely wiggle the whole first out of him. If you gotta add like Stafford and a fourth to some crybaby to get there, 2027 first, that's fine with me too. Definitely for someone who's trying to push and win right now, yeah, you can do that. Next guy would be Devontae Smith. You could probably piece him out. 27 years old. I think he's gonna be 28 when the season starts. Who cares? He's gonna be good this year. He's probably gonna give you the most back, and then you can go get younger and everything too, get more picks and all that. Harold Fannin, you could think about it. If you want to send him away, so you're down to like Eli Stowers, Kenyon Sadiq, something like that, and get some extra picks on top of that. That'd be pretty nice. It's only gonna be his second year into the league, so you don't necessarily have to do that, but you could totally do that. Michael Wilson, 26 years old. If you believe in him, keep him. If you don't, sell him right now. Sell him to somebody who thinks like he's gonna be Jerry Rice. Did have an explosive end of the season last year, even with Trey McBride still there. That's a valuable piece, a player that people will probably want. We got 3 flex spots. That's definitely valuable to somebody. Jacoby Myers, you can totally get rid of him. He's like almost 30, I think. Somebody who really likes Jacksonville's offense, Jacksonville's wide receiver core. Jacoby Myers went off last year. Parker Washington went off too, but they literally traded for Myers mid-season, and he did well. Didn't have an off-season to train. He just learned the playbook, and they just threw him in there, and he did really well. So that's a guy you could probably easily sell. Shador Sanders you can get rid of. Geno Smith you can get rid of. Just the guys who need starting quarterbacks this season. Maybe they only got 2 quarterbacks. Bye weeks are going to come. You really think your team's good enough to survive 1 extra L that season because you didn't want that 3rd quarterback to fill in for your bye week? That's on y'all. That's on y'all. But Geno Smith, I'm reading, he could start the entire year. Is he going to be good? Maybe. I think Garrett Wilson's going to be good this year. But is he going to start, though? Is he going to get you points? Yes. So that's valuable. Algier, you could send him to Jeremiah Love owner, but I think he's going to be giving you flex appeal. I think they're going to literally do it like how they did Bijan and Algier. Algier's going to be super annoying, probably going to steal some touchdowns. They're not going to want to wear down Jeremiah Love too quickly. 3rd overall pick. They're going to want him to last for years. That's the idea. That's the plan. If someone believes in QJ really hard, McMillan really hard, you could always piece those guys out too. But those guys are fine to keep. Besh, if he does well, you could sell him. You're a Raider guy, so probably if he does well, you're going to keep him. Definitely need to get rid of Mark Andrews. Probably Dalton Schultz too if you're going to want to go into a rebuild or 1-year retool. Definitely just piece all these guys out. It should be pretty easy. That's why I never like to do like the rebuilding type of trades because like it's pretty simple. Just piece them all out one at a time. Honestly, would not try to package. I would just have a bidding war for Stafford. All right, Stafford's gone. Next, bidding war for Devontae Smith. All right, got the most out of that. Bam. Bidding war for Harold Fannin. I don't like to package up my guys to sell them because you just feels like you're gonna get less rather than auctioning each off individually. Unless someone's gonna give you Stafford and Devontae Smith, I'll give you 3 2027 first and all right. I probably can't piece out separately. I probably can't get more than that. That's fine with me. If somebody really wants to go for a win this season, that really happens. But that is what I would do with your team. Hopefully somebody takes a trade by the time I'm done editing this, or you guys are able to work out a deal. I'm hoping. Hope you guys like to work on your team Wednesday this week. I really want my leagues to get more competitive so it's more fun. Honestly, I donate my players to these teams or swap teams with the manager and take on the challenge for real. Shoot, I already joined an orphan league and I'm trying to work that up already. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. But none of that is possible without your daily dose of send that trade. Send it. That's it for today, though. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, rebuilds fade, dynasties reign. Call me a lover boy, simp, Libra. It's more than love sick. I got a fever. Feelings overloading. Not to be a diva. Standing 10 toes down. I'm not gonna leave you.